Okay, you read the title of the video. Why you haven't accomplished your goals and how to, fix that. So number one, right, is you don't have a consistent sleep schedule. What does that mean? You don't go to sleep at a certain time and you don't wake up at a certain time every single solitary day, right? Pretty basic, pretty rudimentary. So just make sure you sleep at a certain time and you wake up at a certain time where you can get sufficient sleep. So whether you thrive on 6 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, maybe even 10 hours of sleep, figure that out, bro. Everyone's different. But again, number one most important thing in anyone's life though is sleep. It's been often said that the best PED is sleep. What does that mean? The best performance enhancing drug, right? Steroid, peptide, whatever it may be, is sleep. Wow, that's crazy, right? Sleep is such an amazing thing, right? That no performance enhancing drug can compete with it. It's said for a reason, right? It may be hyperbole, it may be an exaggeration, but not really. That's just how important sleep is. So once you get your sleep schedule fixed and you stay consistent with that sleep schedule for every single solitary day, you're gonna succeed, right? Just off of that alone. Second one being is eating only whole foods, right? If your body doesn't have the proper nutrition, oh my gosh, bro, I don't like the way I look, but whatever. If your body doesn't have the proper nutrition, right, from your diet, how do you expect to function properly, right? It's like putting diesel in a fucking shitty ass Corolla, right? It's like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. You have to find out. You have to find out. You have to just take proper nutrition, right? By eating whole foods. What does that mean? Whole foods, like, single ingredient items were pretty basic, ground beef, eggs, chicken, fucking turkey, whatever it may be, right? Find that protein source that you love, whether it be 85% ground beef or a leaner beef, right? Eggs, right? Then find that carb source that you love, whether it be potatoes, fruits, right? Whatever it may be, single food ingredient, right? And just stick with that meal plan, bro. Stick with that sleep schedule, right? Once you control like variables in your life, and you're like, you don't have to second guess what time you're gonna go to sleep tonight. No, you already know you're gonna sleep at this exact time every single day. You don't have to guess what time you're gonna wake up. No, you're gonna sleep. I mean, you're gonna wake up at that exact time every single day. Another thing is you don't have to worry about what your breakfast is gonna be because you're gonna make that same breakfast every single day. You don't have to worry about um what your lunch is going to be or your breakfast because again you're going to eat that every single day and just stay consistent with it, bro. Stay consistent with it. You don't like what you're liking in the morning, right? Fix it, change it, right? Maybe you don't like the steak in the morning, maybe you're just going to switch it to chicken. Maybe you don't like fish in the afternoon, maybe you're going to switch it to steak, whatever it may be, right? Figure that out and fix it, dude. If you don't sit down and write these things down and jot these things down and spend some time alone, right? Just in silence, or maybe with some calm music, but just your phone off and just sit there and again do these things. Take note of it. You're never gonna succeed. So number three, right? Um, get 10K steps a day plus 45 minutes of physical. Oh, the light died and whatever. Too bad. Video continues though. Um, Number three is get 10K steps a day and 45 minutes of physical activity, right? This is non-negotiable as well. All these things are non-negotiable. So sleep every day, same time. Wake up every day, same time. Eat same thing. Morning, breakfast, dinner, same time, no matter what. But if you don't like it, fix it. And then 10K steps, bro. I'm sure if you have an Apple Watch, I don't have one. Whatever. I'm just gonna walk 5 miles, right? I'm gonna take time out of my day to just maybe listen to an album and walk 5 miles. That's 10K steps a day. Now you don't have to walk the 5 miles, but I mean that could be a good step in the right direction, as in because that's gonna make sure you hit your 10K steps a day and get a little bit of 40 minutes of cardio. Because you're probably gonna, if you work at a blue collar job, you're probably gonna get in a good amount of physical activity, but you still gotta add that 45 minutes of cardio, whether it be sprinting, jump roping, whatever you enjoy, sports, something that you can do for 45 minutes straight. Enjoying it, soccer, basketball, again, whatever, right? On top of those 10K steps a day. So if you have an Apple Watch, you can try your 10K steps a day and then add in the 45 minutes. If you don't have one, go on a walk. There's an app on your phone for everything, right? To count your steps. Go on a walk until you reach some 10K steps, and then again add that 45 minutes of physical activity, whatever, right? Gotta be consistent with this every single day. Consistent, right? And the fourth one, the final one, but also one of the greatest ones, but they're all great, is get resistance training 3 times a week, right? What does that mean? Do some push-ups, pull-up squats, go to the gym, lift some weights. Whatever works for you that makes you get resistance training 3 times a week. Again, whether it be at home, you're doing some push-ups, pull-up squats, whatever, or you have access to a home gym, lift some couple dumbbells, or an actual gym and go lift some heavy ass weights. Right? Just do that 3 times a day. I mean, 3 times a week. Sorry. Um, for an hour, a minimum, or an hour minimum. If you can't find 3 hours within your week, in 3 days of that week to lift weights, what are you doing, bro? This is so important. So important, right? Do you want to have stronger bones? Do you want to have bigger muscles? Do you want to look better, right? Then you have to sacrifice 3 hours of your fucking week. Wow, wow, 3 hours of your week, 3 times a week to lift some fucking weights, bro. Now again, this is subjective, right? Find out whatever workout works best for you, whether it be an upper lower split, then a full body at the other one, right? Or push pull legs, right? Whatever it may be, just fucking. It's your job to find what works best for you to get those 3 times a week of resistance training. It's my job, right? I would say to give you this, blueprint, this layout, but it's your job to figure out how to best apply this blueprint slash layout. What's the best way? What's the best sleep schedule for you that again helps you get them 6, 8, 10 hours of sleep that you need that works best for you? What's the best whole food diet that you can stay consistent with? What's the best way? Camera caught out again. But anyways, what's the best way um to get them 10K steps a day? What's the best way to also add in that 45 minutes of physical activity every day for you, right? And then again, what's the best way for you to get that resistance training in 3 times a week minimum for an hour each day, right? If you follow this exact blueprint that I just gave you, and again, implement it in your own way, but you're still getting again that consistent sleep schedule every day, 10K steps, 45 minutes, consistent diet of whole foods, and consistent weekly 3 times a week resistance training. If you're able to do that for just a minimum of 30 days, 1 month, wow, bro, 1 month, that's not a lot of time, bro. That really isn't a lot of time. If you just do that for 1 month alone and you actually stay consistent with it, I'm telling you, like 30 days straight of waking up same time, eating the same meal of whole foods, getting them 10K steps, getting that 45 minutes, and then 3 times the resistance training a week. If you were consistent with that for a month, I promise you, right, that you will be successful, right? Why? Because you're gonna be healthy. If you're healthy, you have a better brain. If you have a better brain, you have better critical thinking skills. If you have better critical thinking skills, you can execute on better decisions. If you can execute on better decisions, you can you know what I mean? Like I can go on and 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 on for hours on end, bro. Genuinely, I'm not exaggerating about just doing these core fundamentals every single day for 30 days. How much it will improve your life? Why? Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I haven't been consistent on it, but I mean, I'm pretty much fucking there, like 60ish, if not more percent of the way there for damn near 5 years, if not more. And the more I'm more consistent on it for these past 5 months, especially, the more my life has improved. The more I've been more consistent on it, these 3 months especially, the more my life has improved. The more I've been consistent on it these last 2 months, right? Because again, I've just been more and more consistent from going from like 50% to 60 to 70 to 80 or maybe even 88%, right? Again, the more I'm consistent with this like blueprint, this principle that I'm telling y'all about, the better my life has become. Um, so that's why I'm preaching this to y'all. Is I urge you to follow this blueprint, please, for 30 days, 100% accuracy, or whatever accuracy you can best accomplish, right? And just try to aim for that 100% accuracy. You will succeed. You will succeed. Now, this is just the physical aspect, but there's also a mentality aspect that I will get into eventually when I decide to have a nice, good yap session again. That I, again, know for 100% fact if you were to follow this to an exact T, you will be successful. Genuinely, truthfully, like, again, these core fundamentals that you known since like kindergarten. You gotta sleep at this bedtime, Billy. You gotta wake up. Camera caught out again, and the reason why it keeps cutting out is because there's a 3 minute limit on Snapchat, and I'm just using Snapchat to record myself with the light. Since my little ring light died, I gotta replace the batteries. No big deal. Anyways, like I was saying, you've known these fundamentals since like kindergarten, bro. Go to sleep at this time, Billy. It's bedtime. Wake up at this time, Billy. You gotta go to school, right? If you had followed that since kindergarten, you would have been fine, bro. But you haven't because you're lazy. Whatever, it's fine. I've done the same thing so many other people. I'm not gonna hold you accountable for that because I understand it. But I mean, now's the sign, right? This is the sign for you to take that shit seriously. Not only that, the food pyramid, bros. Again, since like kindergarten, food pyramid. You know, I don't know how it goes exactly, but I'm just saying, like, if you follow the food pyramid, even if it's not perfect, right? Even if the food pyramid's not perfect, at least making you eat whole foods, which is great step in the right direction, right? So kindergarten, you've already known to go to sleep at a certain time, wake up at a certain time. You already know to eat whole foods for the food pyramid. Third one is that physical activity, bro. Recess, dude. I know your little ass was running around during recess. Hopefully, right? That physical activity is great, dude. And you're a little taller, so you're already gonna get 10K of steps naturally. And then you're getting like that 15 or so minutes a day from recess alone for that physical activity of you playing sports and stuff. And then of course you're gonna go to your friend's house and play some basketball or whatever. You know what I mean? Since kindergarten, you've known wake up and go to sleep a certain time every day. You've known to eat whole foods from the food pyramid, and if you've known to be physically active, because you were physically active automatically as a kid, and you already did that research stuff, and then you went to play sports, right? Blah blah blah. And the resistance training, that's not something we always never necessarily did as a kid, unless you're in a specific sport like football, maybe even soccer occasionally, or wrestling, right? So, but I mean, that's something that you know now that you can implement on yourself. All you have to do is just act on it, bro. All you have to do is act on it and be consistent with it and hold yourself accountable, right? And I already know there's gonna be people saying, "Oh my gosh, how do you know this?" Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't. Truth be told, I 100% don't know that this will work, but I just believe in myself 100% that this will work if you again apply it to yourself consistently for 30 days and try to aim for 100% accuracy, right? Yes, man, it's not an information problem. It's really an action problem because, like I said, you've known this since kindergarten. You just never acted on it, right? A lot of Americans, I forgot the exact study, or I was like Ramsey's solution. I remember reading this. It's like 75% of Americans know they should save, but only like 44% actually save, right? Like something like that. So again, it's not an information problem. It's an action problem, bro. We know what we're supposed to do since kindergarten. We just don't act on it. We know we're supposed to save money, but we don't act on it. Why? Because we're lazy. It really is that simple, right? People are so quick to dish out insults and are so great at finding excuses, but when it comes to taking accountability and finding solutions, they fucking suck at it, bro. They suck. Camera cut out again. 3 minute timer. Blah blah blah. You already know the deal. Good sign for me to wrap it up because I'm getting tired of doing this shit, and I've already fucked up a few times. Really bad stuttering. Anyways, like I was saying though, is people are so great at dishing out insults and making excuses, but when it comes to taking accountability or finding solutions, they fucking suck at it, bro. They suck at it. So if you're able to just observe your current predicament and find out what makes your current predicament so horrible and what you can do to fix it. Because, sure, bro, if some fucking millionaire sees you on the street, like, hey, you look like a smart kid, I'm going to give you $10 because you look like a smart kid, right? And you form a relationship with that millionaire and boom, he takes care of you like a sugar daddy or sugar mama, right? Of course, if that happens, okay, you're great, but that's not going to happen, bro. So it's up to you to find out what you can do to make your current situation better, right? I would repeat it, but like I said, I want to get done with this video. Just rewatch this video, bro. Rewatch this video every day. You'll have to take some notes down and just apply it to yourself, bro. Genuinely, just apply it to yourself. Because even I struggle with applying this to myself. But the better I gotten, again, from going from 50 to 60 to higher, the more I apply this to myself and the more I'm consistent to it, better my mental capacity has gone, the better my life has been. And again, it's that simple. I'm done with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will be posting more with better, higher quality. I just had to get this video out there because I've been procrastinating on a lot. Peace out. Love every single individual one of y'all, and I hope every single individual one of y'all that finished the end of this video, succeed. If y'all have any questions, you got to the end of this video, and you can DM me. And you can DM me because you got to the end of this video. That shows that you're truly dedicated to wanting to change your life. Anyways, good morning, y'all, because I'm recording this at like, let me see, 4 o'clock, 4:07. I decided to get this out there. Anyways, peace. Love y'all. DM me if you really want to help yourself. And if you want some free coaching. Promise you you'll catch me.